All right, welcome back, everyone, to Minor League Esports here, brought to you by APM Music. Two more series left tonight. My name is Dextron. I'll be your host for those final 2-1 series. I'm joined by Flumsky. Man, how are you doing tonight?
Could be better. Just lost a big series for us, but I'm on stream now. We get to cast another CL match. A good friend of mine in the Foxes and another good team in the Wolves, looking to have a little bit of a rebound season here.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about a little bit of these two team seasons last year. I'm kind of blanking on both of them, so I'm going to kind of rely on you here to get me caught up.
Yeah, CL's my home, Dex. So the Foxes, Kai and Soup, returning Foxes players. Soup actually just coming off a real hot streak to get out of AL in the offseason. Kai, excuse me. Like I said, a returning player, now a 15 salary for the Foxes, I believe my math is correct. And Gon coming over from the Rhinos, I believe it was last season. So he's looking to make a little bit of a comeback himself. The Rhinos didn't have the greatest season. And the Wolves, man. The Wolves, I believe it's Gio. I was looking at the wrong name. A returning player. Lil Wolf was on the... I can't remember where Lil Wolf was, but Caliber, a teammate of mine last season. So I know a lot about Caliber. He's a really mechanical player. He can be really flashy at times. He has a pop-off potential, which you can see in CL, so excited to see what he's going to do here tonight.
Yeah, and like the rest of the series have gone, we will be playing 5 games no matter what. First team to win 3 games, however, will be the winner of the overall series, but still 5 action-packed games about to get underway here. You see the Foxes in their home oranges and the Wolves in their road purples here to start off the season.
Yeah, great save to start off the match there by Gio off a good shot from the Foxes. So here we go again. Kai up in the air. It's a little bit of a round one, but Gio with a great clear out. The Wolves going to receive this to get it to the sidewall. And the Wolves are going to look to take control here, but Soup's going to have a hot shot towards the wall. And Kai's going to go up for one. Can't quite get it. Got another shot. The Foxes starting this match off with a relentless assault. So Lil Wolf's going to take a shot towards the net. Soup's clearing it out. Gio can't quite get the touch he wants. So we're going to stay in the Wolves' half here to get a clear on out.
Yeah, let's see if the Wolves can get something started here, because like you have said, it has been in the Wolves' end for the majority of this game so far. Kai going to play it across there. No one there on his team, though, as you see Little Wolf there play it back in deep to the Foxes side here. However, it's now getting cleared back out into the Wolves side. You do see, I believe, a center coming out here. A shot from Gon. Caliber, though, with the save.
It's a great save by Caliber, just playing the patient game in the net there as Gon had full control on that shot, but he gets the save, gets the ball cleared out. And now the Wolves with a little bit of an offensive assault here. Gon with a good save on the back wall. As Gio, good tip up to himself. It's stuffed by Kai, but Caliber's there to meet in the corner. Can't quite get the touch. So Kai's going to opt to take this one out of the zone. It's a big 50-50. Beats a Wolves player, but the Wolves keep it in the offensive half here. Looking for these Wolves to start doing that and keeping this in the zone as they get a great shot on net. Do exactly that, and Gio's going to bury one far post.
Yeah, the 50-50 there went perfectly in the air there for Gio. You saw no Foxes necessarily go after that. And you see those last 2 Foxes there on the goal line. I would have expected someone to come out and actually contest that ball while it was up in the air, but looks like there's just a little bit of a miscommunication coming out there from the Foxes. However, only a minute and a half has been played here. 1 goal deficit so far, almost going in off the kickoff there, but we did see one member of the Wolves get away from their goal.
Yeah, the Foxes, that goal looked like Soup went on the shot, missed the save, but the 2 other players must have trusted the comms a lot. It's another assault here from the Foxes, and Gon, a great shot here, hits the open side of the net as Soup gets one across, hits the post and goes out. No purple trail on that, so that's all posts on the assist.
Yeah, they've had a lot of shots already this game. Counted 7 in these first 2 minutes here. Finally able to get one in there off the post, which is something they have hit a couple times here, so already early in this series. Not showing to be their friend here. However, ball now up in the air around midfield. Gon going up, Gio faking there as Caliber comes in. Going to play it to the corner, maybe try to get a follow-up here, but a 50-50 one there by Kai as he gets cleared back down to the Wolves side.
Yeah, you said 7 shots for the Foxes to 2 for the Wolves as the Foxes get another here. And Gon, an absolute menace in the midfield, loving crashing the net so far tonight in this series. So, I mean, that's probably something we're going to have to keep an eye out for, but that's 2 goals for Gon in this series so far.
Yeah, 2 goals. Hell, he already has 5 of the 8 shots that the Foxes have on goal at the moment right now. And the Foxes taking their first lead here of the series. Kickoff here won by the Wolves. Super Hot Boy, though, going to clear back into the Wolves side. Is Kai is going to pick up at the midfield. Pass coming out there just a little bit off there for Kai as he gets cleared back down. But now we're playing a little bit of ping pong here as Gio going to try to play this off the back wall, leaving it for a teammate. But I believe that's Kai getting it out from the danger zone there.
And here goes Gon with another ball towards the net. Not going to quite have the speed to get there. As Soup just being the facilitator for this team, being the first man, kind of getting the challenges, making the ball awkward for the Wolves. He's just trying to be a menace as much as he can and let Kai and Gon work from the back line. As we get a clear to the corner, Caliber with a good little touch here. Gets a pass in front of the net, but no Wolf can connect with it. It's a great opportunity for him, but all for naught. Here we go back the other way. Gon with the flip, but can't get it over. Gio's going to be able to take a 50 here. Back to the Wolves half, and the Wolves, again, kind of stuck in their own zone. Every time they get it out, they can't quite get it into the final third of the field.
Gio gets a touch there, leaves it for Caliber. Caliber gets it off that top bar, but does not go in. Instead, bounces out. Gon tries to clear it out. Now Wolf going to put a shot here on goal. Super Hot Boy able to get the save and the clearance going downfield. Gon looking for the shot. Instead, it's a fake, and Super Hot Boy from the other end of the field gets credited for the goal.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Gon's in that position where he's got the 2 first goals of the series. He's garnering the respect of the other team. So they have to opt to challenge that ball, and if you know what I mean, for him, if he misses the ball, obviously it's not a problem. It's going to go in the net and get credited to Super for the clear.
Yeah, and you just want to talk about how dominant or how much pressure the Foxes have been putting on the Wolves so far. That's 11 shots. Kai getting their first goal of the night there as well. But like I was going to say, 11 shots on goal for the Foxes. The Wolves have only been able to muster up 4 so far.
And check this bump out. Gon gets the tip early, lands on the back wall. Great recovery, bumps Gio out of the way, clearing the net for Kai to get his first strike of the night. So again, man, it's just Gon is just all over the front half of the field here as he gets a save on the back line. So he is doing a lot. The Wolves starting to change up their play here, trying to clear the net out every time they hit the ball downfield, which is a good viable strategy. You just got to keep the ball in and have that second man crash.
Super Hot Boy here take the ball up in the air from the midfield line. Little Wolf going to try to play it up, but it is, I believe, Gon keeping it in. Little Wolf, though, gets to the denial on them, and now we get a counterattack going the way of the Wolves here. Off that back wall. It's going off the back wall again. Let's see if Caliber can get there. They are able to keep the ball in a very dangerous spot right now. Less than a minute to go. They need something to go here fast. It's cleared across the goal there, but no Wolf able to get a shot on it. Little Wolf going to keep it in this side, though, and still trying to attack here. All Wolf shot coming out there from Gio. Gets saved there by Gon. The counterattack almost forming there, but Wolf able to play it away.
Yeah, a little bit of help from the 4th defender there for the Foxes. The post making a great save there with the pinch off Gon. As the Wolves still trying to make that defense. There's 30 seconds left, so it's not quite over yet as they're going to try to get one, but they can't quite get it. The crossbar has been denying them all game. Kai's going to take to the air here. Gets the flip. Not a lot of boost to work with, so he fakes out and lets it go. Both Foxes, the player on the back line. A little bit awkward, but Gon's going to be able to gather this ball up and get it going the other way. That shot's going to be towards the net. Hits the crossbar again. The Wolves just getting beat by the 4th defender, the post of the Foxes. They can't get it by. They're going to have to surrender game 1 here as Gon's going to let this one go to the ground, and the Foxes, in a rallying victory, take this one 4-1.
Yeah, and honestly, that first half of that game, it was all Foxes there. I believe about 3.5 minutes into it, it was about 10-4 or 11-4 in the shot category there. It ended 11-8, so the Wolves really did pick it up there in the last minute and a half of that game, but just not able to put anything in the net to show for it.
Yeah, I mean, the Foxes, just that relentless assault. They got the second guy crashing. The Wolves had a bunch of opportunities in that game, so I'm not scared for them. I think they can really bring this series back. They had a lot of opportunities. Crossbar beat them a little bit. The second man not quite on the same timing as the guy making the pass mid or the guy hitting the crossbar. They need a better crash out of the guy coming from second man position.
Yeah, they need something to go different here in the second game coming up. The first game, however, I mean, yeah, they struggled a little bit, but that last minute and a half, they were able to double their shots basically. So that gives me a lot of confidence for the Wolves going into this second game here, that we're going to see a little bit of a different team. But like you said, that second man not being able to connect on a lot of the passes the Wolves were putting out there. I believe there was 2 or 3 balls that went across goal there that were wide open nets that they just were not able to put in the back of the net.
And again, man, that 4th defender for the Foxes really played a major part in that game. You know what I mean? 2-3 goals and they're right back in it at any point in that game with a minute left in the game. So Again, excited to see if they can start getting that shot a little bit tighter to the net, a little bit better accuracy here. I'm not scared about their shooting. Like you said, they caught up to it. They had plenty of defense. They can make the saves. You know what I mean? They ended up with, I think, 6 saves in that game total. So here we go. As the Wolves going to get a great start to this, getting the ball deep into the Fox's half. Is they're going to get a shot on net? Can't quite connect. Caliber a little bit better on the timing there, almost connecting with the ball. As the Wolves going to opt to take the wall. Can't quite connect, but he's going to fake one out. Gio with the shot, stuffed by God. Bring it back into the Wolves' half.
Now we see Caliber here. Yeah, we have round 2 members here of the Fox get a shot there, but Super Hot Boy denies him. Little Wolf gets a shot as well, but Gone again denying there. Now the Fox is here going on a counterattack.
Yeah, Caliber, good play in the corner there, but man, the Fox is all over them. The rotation out of the Foxes right now is super crisp. They just always seem to have a guy coming at the right time. You know what I mean? Their comms must be up good. They're getting a guy right on the ball. They're getting a guy around to always challenge somebody from the Wolves.
Yeah, and at the moment, I mean, we're about a minute into this game so far here. Only really 2 shots to come out from the Wolves here. The Fox is actually struggling so far to get anything going their way. As you do see Gio go up, gets a pass off that back wall. But like you were saying, that second man, very, very hesitant to come there and accept the pass. And look what happens. Gone, able to get a goal here to start it off again for the Wolves.
Yeah, great pass to the corner. It's super awkward. It's a tough ball to read for Caliber. And the guy that's in net, just to misread off that touch too. Gone super quick to the ball. He's just going to be able to get it around the defenders and in the net. Get the Foxes another lead here early in the match. Not half the match left to play.
Yeah, Foxes, actually Wolves win the kickoff there. And a nice shot coming out from Gio here to tie everything up.
Yeah, there you go. There's that accuracy where you're looking for out of the Wolves. You know what I mean? You get those opportunities. You have to take advantage of them. As we move up this ladder in MLE of the skill from ACAD to Champion to Master to Premier, those opportunities start to come less and less. And when they're presented to you, you have to take advantage of them.
Caliber here winning the kickoff, going to play it off the ceiling there for Gio, but I believe it's Gone, clearing it out there for the moment. Little Wolf going to keep it in the side of the Foxes here. Gio, they're going to play it towards goal. Does lose their life there for. That's already Kai's second demo here of this series. But now it's going back into the Wolves' end here. But Caliber going to try to get it out. Kai, though, going to put it deeper into the Wolves' side.
Yeah, a little bit of a double commit there out of the Foxes. A dangerous position for him. Gio in full control of this ball. A good chip off, but it's not going to be enough pressure to get it back down in front of the net for one of his teammates. Gio's going to opt to get one center. Caliber with a shot. Can't quite connect. Kai's going to opt to take control of this ball. Can't get it around one. The 50's not super dangerous, but Caliber on the wall there to receive. As Gone takes it across the net, gets a great 50. The Foxes really dominating this 50-50 game. It seems whenever there's a challenge, it is truly a 50-50, or it goes in the Foxes' favor. As we're going to get dangerous in front of the Foxes' net, and there's another win on a 50-50 for the Foxes.
Kai carrying it into the Wolves' side here. Caliber, though, able to get away from Kai. Now going to try to carry it out. Gone, though, going to win that 50-50 to keep it in the Wolves' side here for the moment. Gio going to go up, and from beyond half court, Gio finds their 3rd goal of the series and gives the Wolves their first lead of the series.
Yeah, it's a great read by Gio. Great challenge by Caliber. Again, the 50-50 didn't quite go in the Wolves' favor off the initial touch, but that pop, Gone reads it great. Throws the ball at the open net, and again, when those opportunities are presented to you, he's taken advantage of them twice now in this game alone.
Yeah, right now we're just over that halfway point. The Wolves looking like a much different team so far this game. At least just being able to put the ball in the back of the net a couple times here. Foxes, like you said, still strong, winning a lot of the 50-50s now as Gone tries to get it out. It's a little bit of a weak touch there, and it's a 50-50 across field. Caliber going to pick this one up, play it off that back wall. Super Hot Boy, though, going to clear it away, but Gio going to keep it in. Caliber gets their first demo series. A pop-up here coming out from Gio, and just no one there again for the Wolves to put anything going there.
Yeah, it was a little bit of chaos in front of the net. It was a good opportunity for somebody to crash and go as we get another shot in front of the net, but again, that 3rd man not quite reading the rotation out of the Wolves. And, you know what I mean, sometimes when you got to calm that you're coming out so your 3rd man can start to crash the net and become that 2nd man and be in a position to score. As the Foxes, again, another dominating 50-50 soup with a massive read and a double touch off the post and in. An unbelievable play from the ACAD rank up here.
Yeah, like you said, incredible play coming out from the Foxes there, and a point where I was saying they were starting to lose the momentum of this series as a whole, but that just brings them right back into it. However, the Foxes only have 2 shots on goal this game so far. However, shooting 100% right now. That's a good percentage for them. Let's see if they're able to keep it up here.
Yeah, miss out of Caliber there. It's going to be a little bit awkward. The Foxes have the numbers in that offensive half now. It's going to go off the back wall. Good read by Gio. Caliber bumped, but he gets control back of it. And then another 50-50 win by Gon here. That Fennec, that big-bodied Fennec is really coming in play. It's Soup with a massive pinch. No one knows where that's going. Nobody can read it. Caliber's got control. Gon, a great challenge. Coming out. It's going to be a good hop out of the corner for the Foxes. Soup doesn't have to jump there. Smart play by him. And Kai's going to be able to retreat to the corner, gets demoed for his efforts. Caliber trying to get through the net. The Wolves! Gio just needs to jump at that ball, and I think it might be a great 50-50 opportunity for him. So they're going to get it back to the Foxes' back wall. 2 Foxes go. Not the end of the world on that double commit. We're going back into the Wolves' half.
Oliver here going to win this 50-50 against one of the Foxes. They're going to try to get it out now. Super Hot Boy going to play it off that back wall. It's in front of the goal, but a nice play by Gio to clear it out. Now the Wolves on a counterattack here. Less than 30 seconds left to go in this game. It's off the back wall. Caliber just a little bit late there as Super Hot Boy clears out. Gio, though, gets a demo to kind of slow down this Fox counterattack.
Yeah, again, another 50-50 that's just dominated by the Wolves. A lot of the Wolves' entries aren't off 50-50. They're off of these big booming clears, and as we've noticed, they're just never really there with that second man position. And another one, Gio with an air carry here is going to be a little bit dangerous. That's towards the net, but Soup just planted their home, hits the save, and sends us into overtime in game 2.
First overtime of this series here. Wolves win the kickoff. It gets over Super Hot Boy. This is dangerous now for the Wolves. A pass there by Gio, but Little Wolf just accidentally backflips out of it. Gon takes out Gio there. Now it's a little bit of a power play for them, but a nice save by Caliber to get it out.
Yeah, and Kai couldn't really do a lot with all those demos coming out. He was low on boost, and Gon almost gave him a pinch that gave him a good success there. Kai regains his boost. Gon up, gets a good soft touch on. He's going to be able to regain this, get another 50-50 win. Trails purple, though, so the Wolves had the last touch on that ball. As we go back into the Foxes' half, Gon retreating ball side, a little bit dangerous. He's nervous there. And we're going to have a good opportunity here. Caliber up in front of the net, and it's saved by 3 Foxes, I believe. A great effort by them. The triple commit saves them. As they're going to have another opportunity in front of the Foxes net. The Wolves really starting to bear down on them in this offensive zone.
Yeah, this second game has been completely different for the Wolves right now. Shot coming out off the bottom crossbar there. Another shot coming out from Caliber. Just a little bit off as well. Now the Foxes here trying to get a counterattack going. Super Hot Boy desperately trying to get this ball out of their zone here. They have no boost to play with right now, and they able to win a couple balls here. It's going up. Kai gonna get a touch there. Awkward touch as it accidentally almost bounces out of the Wolves zone here. Now we see Gio gonna play it into that sidewall, gonna try to follow this one up here. Does not have a lot of boost, picks up that big boost, but we do see Kai try to get it out. Little Wolf though, gonna center it there. However, no Wolf there to put a shot on net.
Yeah, a little bit dangerous there. Soup and Gon couldn't quite get the comms right on who was going. The Wolves gonna have an opportunity. Caliber, the facilitator, gets a pass out the middle. It's not super hard, but Little Wolf's there to read it. Gio crashes, ball into the corner, bounces out. Kai able to read it. It's not a super hard clear. Gon helps Kai with another. So we got a power play going the other way for the Foxes. A big block by Caliber. Little Wolf up. He's not going to be able to put this on net, but he gets a pass back out the center as the Foxes really on their back foot here, trying to get the ball out and get something going. They're going to have to slow the play down a little bit. 2 Wolves up. A little bit of a double commit. Is it going to be dangerous? It is. It's going back towards their net. 1 defender there. It's on the ground. Gon with a shot. And he gets it back post. Kai coming through, slowing down the Wolves defenders, gets them to stop and gets the ball, or allows Gon to be able to get the ball to that back post and in.
Yeah, just a little bit of, actually, I don't even want to really call it a mistake there from the Wolves. I believe Gio made the right play. They're trying to just kill that ball there on the ground, but Gon, right place, right time to bury their 4th goal of this series already in there and put the Foxes on series point right now with 3 more games left to go.
Yeah, 75% shooting out of the Foxes this time. A lot less shots, only with 4 on the board total, 3 goals to show for it. And the Wolves this time, almost 9 shots. I think they rallied up 8 there. Only 1 save on the board, so the 1 shot that didn't go in for the Foxes was counted as a save there for Caliber.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just looking at the stats I'm running I have written down so far. Right now, I'm looking at the Wolves right now. Gio has been the only person to score for them tonight. It's not for the lack of trying. You see Caliber and Little Wolf there had 5 shots between the two of them there in that game. They had 8 shots in the first game as well. So staying pretty consistent on the offensive end there throughout these first 2 games. And their defense wasn't that bad either, only getting 1 save this entire game. But that doesn't necessarily show everything that they were doing on that defensive end, as the ball for the majority of that second game was on the Wolves side of the field.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes when you're stopping the ball in the corner or you're making these high aerial saves, it's not going to count as a save. You know what I mean? You'll be getting the clear points, you'll be getting the ball out, but it's not always going to register as a save or a shot for the other team. So the Wolves do a really good job of facilitating that ball in their corner, making sure it's not getting in front of their net. Unfortunately, the times it did, it seemed to go in the net for the Foxes. Sorry, 2 canine animals here. But again, I think Little Wolf needs to get a little bit more involved here. He seems to always be on the back foot of the play, and he just needs to start pushing up a little bit more and maybe trying to get another 50 or 2 in midfield, as Gon's really trying to cause some chaos here in the corner.
Hey, I love to see chaos come out early. Here's Gon gets a shot. Kai almost with that redirect there off that initial shot there from Gon, but now it gets cleared down into the Foxes side. We do see Super Hot Boy try to play it there towards center for, I believe, Gon, but it gets played back into the Foxes side here. Gio gonna follow this one up in the corner, try to get another bump there, gets a touch, but again, just no second person there for the Wolves to put a shot on goal. Caliber, though, gonna play it off the backboard, and again, no one there for the Wolves as Caliber picks up a demo.
That's going to be a good opportunity for Little Wolf there. Can't quite get the ball on net. And it seems like they want to try and go for these solo plays, these aerial double taps. But again, we need to see that second man crashing out of the Wolves. We need to see them getting a little bit more involved. Or that first man, after a touch to the corner like this from Gio, needs to just come through and clear the net. They seem to be just hitting the ball in the corner and leaving. They need to cause them chaos. They need to stir things up. As Soup's going to have a good opportunity here, but the crossbar now playing for the Wolves, as it's been playing for the Foxes for the first 2 games.
Yeah, but you see Kai here pick it up, try to get it out of the Foxes zone. They do that. Now they're going to try to play it towards the center here. And I believe that Super Hot Boy getting a touch, and now it's going towards goal. Gio, though, able to clear it out. Gon going to keep it around that midfield line. Not going to be able to get that big boost there. So it's taken there by their teammate, but they're able to get it past one. Technically, they win a 50-50 there, but just no one to follow up on it from the Fox there. Gio now playing it deep into the Foxes side, but Kai again just getting the ball out and trying to carry it upfield. 50-50 play all the way across field. Looks like Gio will be the first one to get there. Yeah,
it looked like on a couple plays ago, Caliber, Gio gets a great double tap. There's that high-flying aerial play we were looking for out of the Wolves. Soup's in the chat with a nice shot. So the respect is there for these divisional teams. But man, a great double tap by Gio to line that up and get that in.
Yeah, and again, just keeping up with the same stats that the Wolves have been going on throughout this entire series so far. Gio, only person on the Wolves to put it in the back of the net so far. Let's see if that changed here. Wolf gets a shot on goal, but Kai gets a nice save to keep this at a 1-goal deficit for them. But the Wolves continue this attack right now. The Fox is trying to desperately get it out. They're able to now there, as Kai actually able to win a 50-50 there, but it gets played back down into their side.
Yeah, and again, as Caliber gets a shot on net, I was going to say the Foxes were down 1 in the beginning of last game as well. They came back, rallied back to victory. So the Wolves really have to keep this onslaught going as they do, and Caliber slots his first of the series.
Yeah, and just what a great play coming out here from the Wolves. You see 2 players up there causing havoc. Caliber, the last man back, notices that he has no one there in front of the goal other than his teammates, just decides to put a nice shot on goal. Halfway through this game, the Wolves currently sitting up 2-0.
Yeah, it's good to see that black ice goal explosion. It's a signature of Caliber's. He rocked that all last season when he was on a team with me. So it's good to see the Wolves breaking into a different scorer here. They're going to have another great opportunity, as you can really see them crash in the net now, really trying to cause some chaos, as Little Wolf's going to tally his first of the series too.
Yeah, everyone on the Wolves now getting involved in that scoring category. Little Wolf, like you said, first one of the series, last person of the Wolves to get a goal here. And now everyone has scored. A great start for the Wolves here in Game 3. Remember, they lose another game this series. The series is won here by the Foxes.
Yeah, it's a good way to start your reverse sweep here for the Wolves. You know what I mean? You have to start somewhere, and you might as well start by a big rally coming here against the Foxes. So, you know what I mean? And the other thing that's difficult about this is they're going to have to keep this up. We've seen the Foxes almost dominate for the first 2 games, and we see the Wolves dominating in this one. So we know that they can do it. So if you're the Foxes, you can't let off. You can't play to not lose. You have to still play to win. And if you're the Wolves, you're just playing to get that reverse sweep and try and get, you know what I mean, do whatever possible to get the ball in the net.
Yeah, and remember, it's week 1 right now. These are these teams' first games. While I imagine they have been practicing a lot before this game here, you know, still, first game nerves are a thing. Foxes looked great throughout those first 2 games. But I will have to say, a little bit of that second game was dominated by the Wolves. Just the Foxes were able to win that game in a very long overtime.
Yeah, as you can see here, Caliber's getting a lot more involved in the play. He's trying to get an air carry out. He's been bumping people left and right when he gets the ball into the offensive zone. So I think they really need to start letting Caliber be this facilitator here, getting him to make the entry pass or the entry clear into the zone. Really start just trying to bump people. And even if you don't connect with them, you're just in their space, if you're in their bubble, and you can make them jump or make them jump early, make them move out of the way a little bit to try and readjust to avoid you. You're doing a lot. It might not look like you are, but if you make them adjust and it's wrong, it could be devastating for the Foxes.
Yeah, the Foxes, though, running out of time here in this one. Gio going to play this one across. Caliber going up for it. Super Hotboy gets a demo there, but nothing comes from the Wolves' attack there. Caliber picks up their second demo of this game as well right now. And the Foxes desperately, I just think, need a goal here to at least give them some confidence going into game 4.
Yeah, you'd love to see that. Kai's up for one here, and he's gonna get exactly that as he gets a great pass from Soup. The ball goes to the corner. Soup gets it up and away. Ceiling read, too, for Kai. So a little bit tougher with the ball coming down at more of an awkward angle and gets help from the crossbar, but on the opposite side this time.
Got 17 seconds left to go in this game. Remember, Rocket League, you can score incredibly fast, so the Foxes still in this one right here, and this is a great start for them. Win this kickoff. 50-50, kind of won there by Gio, but Kai right there to follow it up. It gets pinched all the way across field, and I feel like that might just be the nail in the coffin for this one.
Yeah, still have an opportunity here to maybe get a 0-second goal. Again, keep that momentum up. But you have to remember, Dex, they are going to go into this 4th game with the momentum of scoring the last goal. So they did get that bonus. It's something to look at in this game and go, hey, you know what? We scored the last goal. We started turning things around at the end there. So I really like their chances going into the second game to maybe come out and score first here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to agree with you there. They got that confidence goal there late in that game. I believe 17 seconds were on the clock when they scored there. And, you know, I always talk about how confidence goals are something that play big into teams there. They struggled a lot there in that 3rd game. Only able to put 1 goal in that entire game off 6 shots. I mean, they've been pretty consistent with their shots so far throughout this entire series, already having 19 shots throughout all 3 games. The Wolves, on the other hand, 22 shots. So the Wolves, ever since that first game, have been a little bit more dominant on the offensive side of the field.
Yeah, the maybe another positive to look at here for the Foxes is that, yeah, we might have not been as accurate this game, but we're still getting our shot counter up. We're still putting pressure on the Wolves' net. I think the shots were exactly even that game. Yeah. They were. So, you know, I mean, accuracy did win this game. That Fox's 50-50 game wasn't quite there. The Wolves kind of dominated in this last game. So we're hopping into Neo Tokyo, Dex. We're going to see what we got going on here, see if the Foxes can make a rebound, like we said, off that confidence goal towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I remember.
They got the pressure back, and, you know, go ahead.
Sorry about that. But yeah, remember, Foxes only need to win one of these last 2 games here to go up in the series and win the series, be 1-0 to start the season. That's always a great feeling to win your first game. However, sometimes losing the first game is not a bad thing, especially if it's a close one.
Yeah, the only downside to that is these are divisional games. The first 3 are always divisional games for you people that are new to MLE. So these games are the first 3 games of the series, first 3 weeks are going to be divisionals. They are going to have very big implications in the long run of the season. The Fox is a little bit awkward for their net, trying to get their tires underneath of them. Caliber's got full control of that ball, can't quite get it around Gon. But here we go, the Wolves really starting to get that challenge game in the Foxes half going.
Gio gets a touch here. It's a little bit of an awkward one, but they're able to win that 50-50. No boost, but they will pick up this large one at the midfield line now, controlling it, getting a pass there to Little Wolf. Little Wolf's going to get a shot, but Gon with the incredible save here to keep this game knotted at 0.
Yeah, and Caliber with a crazy little backwards wave dash off the wall there, showing a little flash of brilliance with the mechanical side of things. Almost gets a pass out to his teammate, but the Wolves still in front of this net. Great defensive stand by the Foxes. They're kind of getting those clean rotations back in where it's just one after the other. Get a shot on net, but Gio coming across the net gets a big clear out to himself. Gets one down the field with the mid boost. It's a demo. Gonna keep bumping people out of the way. And Little Wolf with a great cut in front of the net, but can't quite get it around the last defender there.
Already almost a minute and a half gone in this game. I believe we've only seen one shot actually be counted here going the way of the Wolves right now, but the Foxes are attacking here. Gio and Gon going upward right now. This is going in the Foxes' favor right now. Kai also going up there against I believe it was Caliber as he gets played to the corner. Super Hot Boy getting a touch here. It's going to be centered. Gio, though, going to get the first touch to clear back out to that sidewall, but now Gon coming in again. Going to play it out of that corner. Tries to get a second touch there for Caliber, able to get to it first. And now we see, I believe that was Little Wolf there, clear it out. Super Hot Boy almost just gives away the ball there to Caliber as it gets played off that sidewall. Double commit coming out from the Wolf or Foxes there. Not going to necessarily punish them, but the ball is still in their side here.
Yeah, I think a thing we're missing from the Foxes here is Soup being that facilitator. He seems a little bit more uncomfortable as we get a shot on net. No double touch there for the Foxes though. But we saw him in those first two games kind of be the facilitator for the Foxes. Be that first man, just get the ball in front of the net, get that pressure going, and get the big clears out. But he seems to be a little bit awkward on this defensive end here. Gon's going to get a great clear. It's stuffed middle, but Soup's going to have an opportunity to shoot the ball. A little bit high. Gio doesn't quite connect with it. Soup gets another pass out the mid. Gon up, can't quite connect, but Kai's there to receive.
Foxes here attacking right now halfway through this game, and Kai going to be able to pick up the goal there, carrying that momentum from that confidence goal late in Game 3. Able to find the first goal here in Game 4, just a little bit over halfway through it.
Yeah, it's a great play by Kai. Gets himself a little self-pass off the backboard himself. Comes in, just tries to get any sort of touch on the ball to keep the ball in that half, another 50 maybe going in their favor. But luckily for him, it's just going to go in the net as Gon's going to catch the ball a little awkward there. Dangerous situation for the Foxes, but Kai bails him out on one end and bails him out again on the other as he gets a massive save coming out of their own net.
Going to try to back pass it there to Caliber, but it gets intercepted by Super Hot Boy. Super Hot Boy gets credit for a shot there. Little Wolf with the save, still in a very dangerous spot right there. Caliber going to win a 50-50 there to get it out of their zone. Kai going to try to pick this one up, but does have a member of the Wolves breathing down the back of his neck there. However, taking it from that corner, going to try to get it out, gets it past one member of the Wolves. Going to leave it there for, I believe that was Gon, but it gets played right back across field where Little Wolf will get the first touch to play it back into the Fox's side. And look at this!
Open that opportunity. There's a miss in the corner from the Foxes, and it's just going to fall in front of the net, and there's that second man. Earlier in this series, we weren't seeing that player pushed up that far or anywhere in the vicinity of the net. He's there that time, and it pays off as they get a ball in front of the net, and they bury one home to tie the game up.
Yeah, Gio tallying their 5th goal of this series. So far, the only player in the series to score a goal in every game at the moment. And it could not come at a better time for the Wolves to even this one up with only 90 seconds left to go in it. They need to win this one to keep the series alive for them. And that's a 50-50 off from midfield. Little Wolf actually going to be able to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's just a missed catch on the dribble there from Soup. A little bit awkward trying to make a play happen there from third position, and it's just going to chip over his head and in. A great play by Little Wolf to take advantage of an opportunity given to him.
85 seconds left to go here in Game 4. The Foxes now need to try to find another goal here to even up. Super Hot Boy picks up their second demo of the series right there, first one of this game. However, nothing comes from it for the Foxes, but they're going to keep it in the Wolves' side here. Kai going to go up for it, but Caliber able to get it past them and play it back down into the Foxes' side.
Yeah, pass out in front of the net. It's going to be awkward for the Foxes. The Wolves play a little bit of miscommunication there. Couldn't figure out who's going to go. A great stop off the back wall by Soup. Caliber's just going to bang this back in. They're starting to meet this ball at midfield and keep it in the Foxes' halves. They've been doing it the last couple games, and it's really starting to pay off for them if they're keeping these victories, keeping these leads to get them a victory. Gio here with a great little air carry. He's low on boost, so he's going to opt to catch. Can't quite get a connection, but Caliber dives on it to try and get something in the corner, and the Foxes start to clear this one back out of their own half.
30 seconds left to go. The Foxes still need a goal here to tie it up to at least force overtime. That looked like a great opportunity there for Caliber on that back wall, able to play away. However, still deep within this Wolf zone. Gone, gonna play it into the corner, leave it there for Super Hot Boy, who just plays that shot a little bit wide. Geo now gonna try to carry this one out, does have some boost here, looking to get a second touch there, gets it, but Gone gonna be able to play it towards the corner, but 10 seconds left to go in this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work here for the Foxes as Geo, is just looking to control this ball and take it to the ground. Little Wolf meet him in the corner again. The ball's up, so they have an opportunity. It's a little bit far for any of the Foxes players to receive it. It's going to be in front of Gone. The Wolves tie this series up at 2, taking 2 games in a row with all the momentum going into this Game 5.
Yeah, and I have to say, again, like the Wolves, ever since that first game, have been the more dominant team on the offensive side. Again, tallying up 6 shots here to give them 28 on the entire series. The Foxes only able to muster up 2 throughout this one here. While their defense was good, having 4 saves, it just seemed like they had a big problem getting anything going on the offensive end.
Yeah, the Wolves, like I said earlier, really starting to meet this ball at the midfield. They're really starting to get these challenges going to keep the ball into the Foxes' half. Really starting to work their boost down and really grind them down. And again, Caliber really starting to get physical on those follow-throughs, trying to make any sort of chaos happen in front of the Foxes net and make their defensive rotations get a little bit wacky. And it's really starting to pay off for the Wolves. The Foxes, a lot of work to do here to nail this series down again. They've started off winning 2 in a row. The Wolves win 2 in a row to bring it back to an even series, and we're going to Game 5 in this one.
I believe it might be the first Game 5 tonight that actually matters for the overall series here. But you talked about a little bit there. The Wolves, especially Caliber, have been a much more physical team throughout this series right now. 9 demos the Wolves have. I believe the Foxes, they only have 7, so not that far behind them. But the bumps and the demos coming out from the Wolves in these last 2 games have made a big difference.
Yeah, like I said earlier in Game 4 there, we need to see Soup start being that facilitator for the Foxes. He's got to get ahead of the play. He's got to start being the guy that's clearing the ball down the field. He looks a little bit awkward on defense, a little bit shaky, and the less we can, you know what I mean, he can keep himself in those weird situations, the better off this Foxes team's going to be. If you allow Gone to get these 50-50s, Kai to be that shooter on the back line, and again, Soup is making these clean rotations to keep the ball into the Wolves' half. We're going to go towards the Foxes' nets. Kai with an unbelievable save to keep that one out. As we're staying in the Foxes' house, Soup's a little awkward, but he gets the clear. Kai can't quite get the dribble. It's a back pass from Geo, but the 50's in the Foxes' favor. Gone's up. Going to be to the back wall. Soup's going to crash. It's going to be on net, but Little Wolf's going to be able to get that ball cleared to the other side.
The first 30 seconds of these games have really been action-packed so far. Super Hot Boy picking up their 4th demo of the series right there. The Foxes must have heard me talk during that intermission between the 2 games there, because they've been really physical and aggressive coming out. This one as Geo picks up their 5th demo right there. The ball in front of the net, but Little Wolf finally able to put it in the back of the net to give the Wolves the advantage here in Game 5.
Yeah, Gone a little bit awkward coming off the back wall there, and Kai was so close to getting that squishy save. It falls a little bit faster than he thinks it is. The Little Wolf, great heads-up play to get that ball down to the ground and in the net. And the Wolves again with a 1-0 lead early in the game.
Kickoff here won by the Wolves. Little Wolf actually gets a 50-50 to go into the corner. Another demo coming out there from Super Hot Boy. Gonna try to get something going here for the Foxes. But actually, no, this is a great start for them. However, Geo on the respawn, able to win that 50-50 away from Gone, and the Wolves back on the attack.
Yeah, great drop pass by Caliber, and it's going to be a banger of a shot by Little Wolf. I got smoke screened on my camera from the demo there. But again, a great play out of the Wolves. Just drops it, leaves it, and man, oh man, what a banger of a shot by Little Wolf there. Just throw it at the net and in.
Yeah, we've seen the Foxes get really aggressive here in this game so far. Not even a minute and a half into it, we already see them have 4 demos, 3 of them coming out from Super Hot Boy right there. And that one, I feel like it played into that goal there a little bit. I believe that demo, like it smoke screened us, might have smoke screened that person on the back line as the Wolves continue to attack here, and still in a very good spot. Gone, desperately trying to get it out of their end here. Little Wolf, though, going to keep it in. Maybe centering it here for Geo. Kai, though, able to win that 50-50 out to the sidewall. Little Wolf now plays it off that sidewall, but looks like there's no one there for the Wolves. Actually, Caliber in front of the goal. Here comes Geo. Geo able to put it in the back of the net here.
Yeah, did Caliber force the jump here out of the defender? He did not. Caliber just getting a demo on his way in. Almost nails the ball and going supersonic as he's getting demos. But Gone, a little bit of an awkward save there. He couldn't quite get the flip he wanted. Ball hits the post, dribbles out in front of the net, and the Wolves there just to bury one, take a 3-0 lead pretty early in this game. Gone's going to get a pass to the back wall. It's up. No boost to follow it. It's a little bit awkward. Another one towards the net, but Kai's there to save it. Another shot towards the net for the Wolves, and Caliber, an absolute menace for him right now, is just demoing anybody on the Fox's side and keeping them anywhere but their net.
2 Caliber demos here in this last minute leads to 2 Wolves goals coming out here. And you want to talk about how dominant the Wolves have been in this game. You don't even have to look at the scoreboard. You just have to look at the shots right now. I believe it is 7-0 in favor of the Wolves in shots. The Foxes really struggling to get anything going on this offensive end. And that's just because the Wolves have been able just to play the ball so far deep into the Foxes side almost every second here. And look, it's back in the Foxes side right now. Kai desperately gonna try to get out, gets a flick here. That will be counted as their first shot almost halfway through this game 5.
And it's just going to be another one back towards their net. Nobody can connect. Nobody home for the Foxes. And Gio's just going to take another open net opportunity given to him. As a great pass there from Little Wolf. I think that's what probably caught all the Foxes out of position. A great misdirect touch towards middle, and Gio's crashing the net. So, again, in these last 3 games that we've watched, the Wolves really starting to get that second man involved, starting to crash the net, get somebody in front of there, and just be able to either force a 50-50 or force the ball into the net. It's really working out for him.
Oh, look at this. Already almost a goal coming out there from Little Wolf, who is sitting on 2 goals right now. Gio, though, with that last goal there, does give themselves a hat trick here in game 5. A great series overall for Gio, already bagging 8 goals this one. Probably looking to get 2 more, potentially get 10 goals in their first series.
Yeah, another great pass to mid from Caliber. Oh, another great play out of the Wolves. Can't quite connect and bring it home, as the Foxes just can't quite get anything going. A great cut there by Kai, trying to get the ball off the gun. A pinch play, but it's stuffed by, I think it was Gio. But another pass towards the net. A double tap attempt, but it's just hits the crossbar. Caliber going to be able to finish one and bury another one home for the Wolves, taking a 6-0 lead here.
Albert wanted to join in on the goal party coming out here from the Wolves. That's only their second goal here of the series. But honestly, that one probably feels the best of all the goals so far.
Yeah, again, man, I just love seeing that black ice goal explosion. It's reminiscent of last season. Unfortunately, not on my team this season, so we're going to move on from that. But the Wolves, again, it's just face-off after face-off. They're in front of the Foxes' net. They just can't get the clear out. They lost that 50-50 power they had going for them, and the Wolves just really just suffocating them back on that defensive half.
Here comes a good opportunity here for the Wolves, as Gio and Caliber both get a demo there to pretty much end that attack for the Foxes. Gio, though, going to send in this one, actually looking for the shot, gone with the incredible save, but here comes Caliber looking to add a second one to them, and they're up by a touchdown now.
Yeah, an unbelievable flick out of Gio pass too there, and a great read by Caliber off the touch out of the defensive zone there from the Foxes. And again, I mean, it's just you can't ever say it's over. There's a minute 10 left, but this one is very, very close to being over.
Yeah, and you want to know right now, the Wolves are shooting 50%, 14 shots, 7 goals. That's only the second shot counted for the Foxes right there through 4 minutes of this game. You know, the Foxes came out of the gate absolutely on fire, getting 11 shots in that first game. They've only been able to match that through the last game with 12 shots from every other game minus that first game.
Yeah, I'm really trying to figure out where it went, that power they had going out of the first game. Those 50-50s, they were making great challenges. I can't quite nail it down, but I mean, props to the Wolves for regaining. It's tough when you go down that early in the series, as we're going to get another shot that's just going to fall in the net, and Caliber gets his hat trick too.
Yeah, 1 goal coming into this game, 4 goals on the way out, but there's still 24 seconds. Caliber might be looking to add another one, or Little Wolf sitting on 2 goals right now. Maybe everyone on the Wolves here able to get a hat trick here in game 5.
Hat trick of hat tricks for the Wolves, maybe. But like I was saying, Dex, props to the Wolves here for, you go down 2 games in a series. Is that it? Is that the hat trick of hat tricks? That is a hat trick of hat tricks for the Wolves. Props to them. An absolute banger of a game for them here in game 5 to win this series with the reverse sweep. And again, I never get to finish my sentence because they keep scoring, but props to these players on the Wolves. They come back, they go down 2, they get the reverse sweep. It's extremely tough. You got the nerves as the Foxes all for not get one to end this series off, maybe, at the rate they're scoring. Maybe they'll end this off. A great pass here from Gone. Kai there to receive. Needed more of that earlier in the game. But, again, man, Dex, a banger of a game for the Wolves here.
Yeah, I want to give the Wolves a lot of credit here. I believe in that first game with about a minute and a half left to go, the shots were 10-4 in favor of the Foxes. That game ended 11-8. So in the last 90 seconds of that game, the Wolves were able to double their shot output. And it really just seemed like that was kind of where this entire series turned for them. They were able to get a lot of offensive pressure. While the second game didn't go their way either, they figured something out, got a lot of pressure on the offensive side from that first game on, essentially.
Yeah, and I mean, an unbelievable way for the Wolves here to start their season. A reverse sweep on stream for their threes team. Again, you get almost, I wouldn't say dominated, but you had a lot to go off of from the first two games, thinking the Foxes were just going to run away with this one. All the pressure, all the 50s, all the shooting, the accuracy, unreal. And then the Wolves, after that second game, they said, you know what, we got this. Let's get a 4-1 game, I believe it was. Get ourselves back in this. And again, that one goal came at the end of that game. So the Wolves, incredible comeback here. Props to those players. The Foxes, a lot to look forward in this season. You know what I mean? Like you said, a lot of these teams just getting started playing. It's game one. It's week one. And if the Foxes can find that magic they had in game 1 and 2, they're going to have an excellent season as well. Yeah,
just to give us some stats, though, as we wrap up this series here, Gio led everyone in scoring this one with 8 goals. Super Hot Boy actually ended up leading the entire series in demos, picking up 5 in that last game, have 8 demos overall. But like I was talking about, the shot differential throughout these last couple games, the Wolves actually ended up out shooting the Foxes by 20 shots overall in this series, 45-25. 17 of those shots came in that last game.
That is 17 in the last game?
17 in that last game.
That is an unbelievable number. That's over 50% shooting, too, with 9 goals on the board.
Yeah, so, the Wolves
that
put on a lot.
That is a stat. I don't know what the stat is for or what the record is for most shots in a game, but that's got to be close.
Yeah, I'm just doing their overall shot percentage. They had a 38% shot accuracy going in goals, 17 of 45 tonight. So that is a very, very good amount for them this entire series.
Yeah, and again, that's going to be it for us here at the CL level. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with another match after this. So again, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for more MLE action here.